Let's take a trip back a few years. The year is 1890. Clark Summit has a population of about 91 people. There are some small communities nearby: Clark's Green, Waverly, and Chinchilla. Each of these communities has a building dedicated for Methodist Episcopal Church, as the Methodist denomination was known at the time. Clark's Green is the closest location, having been built in 1867. The D.L.N.W. Railroad runs along where Route 6 and 11 is located now. There are a few roads. Those that do exist are muddy. It is exceptionally difficult to travel with a family. A group of ladies share their concerns with the local Methodist pastor, J.B. Sweet. He agreed to form a Sunday school at a local hotel. On September 7, 1890, 41 people met in 6 classes. The Sunday school grew quickly, and by December 1891, there were 105 meeting regularly, more than the entire population of Clark Summit. On September 22, 1891, officers were elected and land was acquired to start a new church. On Tuesday, January 14, 1892, the simple chapel was opened on Center Street. According to the newspaper accounts, there were 2 services that day. The evening services concluded with the singing of All Hail the Power of Jesus' Name. On Christmas Eve, 1892, the church applied for a charter. On January 3, 1893, the charter was granted. With the charter came a new pastor, Frank H. Parsons, who continued to serve Waverly, Clark's Green, Clark Summit, and Chinchilla. Also in 1893, the first graded school on East Grove Street was constructed to accommodate the needs of a growing community. The original 1892 church was soon too small, and on October 22, 1894, land was purchased to build a new building across the street. On March 14, 1895, the second church was dedicated. The total cost was $4,791, of which $3,000 was raised by the dedication. In September of 1895, lightning struck, and the Grove Street School burned to the ground. The new M.E. Church on Center Street was one of the places that was used to replace the school for the year. In August of 1896, another school was opened on East Grove Street. This one featured 2 entrances, one for boys and one for girls. In 1896, the Chinchilla and Clark Summit churches were separated from the Waverly and Clark's Green Church. Frank Young was appointed the first pastor. A parsonage would be needed for a pastor, so a new residence was constructed out of the remains of the first chapel. The parsonage was ready for occupancy by April 1, 1899. The first pastor to use the new parsonage was Charles H. Reynolds.